struggling to turn over, your butt's your leveler in there. Yeah, yeah.
No, we got it here. It's all you.
I want you to feel it. This is good stuff. Load it on and take it with you.
Trying to clean up, are you?
Yeah. How you doing? Brought you a lift, ma'am. We never even saw Charlotte. How's that tell you to crank it?
That's a picture of an engine, and that thing is turning over.
And I'm supposed to drive this off? Okay.
Going for it? You don't think so?
I'll let you know.
Tips you back at the same time.
Yeah, but you know what? It stayed flat coming back down. It was weird.
I wonder if there's a setting, I know like on a tractor on the bucket, you know, you got something you can
self-leveling.
and it'll self-level. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a self-leveling.
I don't know, but when I went up higher, then when you go back down, feel of it, see if it wasn't my imagination. See, it stays level.
Yeah, if you was actually using both hands, you can actually keep it level while you're actually doing that.
Yeah, at the same time.
Downgrade thing. Does that make any sense?
It may be four-wheel drive and not four-wheel drive.
I don't know, it'd be easy if they just printed it.
I'm sure it says in the manual.
It was over there. I flipped that. Does that don't have anything to do with the leveling, does it? I
No.
wouldn't think so because they don't show. Okay, that's where it was at.
I don't know. I would say it might be 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. You know, flat ground or uneven ground is the thing.
I don't know. You got something to play with, figure out. Sure, you got plenty of it.
Can I kill it from here?
Yeah, should be able to.
And then he said, remember, that light keeps blinking until I cut it off.
Cut it off up there.
So the key really just dictates where it's being controlled from. I mean,
Well, I'm sure it won't crank the key off.
right. It's got to be at one or the other spot. But it don't have a whole lot of fuel. This says, I guess that's the main, a Napa hydraulic filter, 1756. It was at 34.94 hours. Do you reckon when you change the filters, there's a check valve on it? It shouldn't keep pouring out.
Well, it's coming from off the top of the tank, so you're not going to.
So you're not going to lose a lot. Okay, so I got that filter to change. So this says hours 5378, so that was roughly 200 hours ago that this was changed. So it's been used some. I mean, 200 hours is, so I got oil filter. Check that air filter. This right here, what filter is this?
That may actually, let's see, that's your engine, that's your charge pump, so that's your hydrostats and all motors. So that's actually probably be a filter for your hydraulics that's driving the thing. And that one over there is probably the filter for all the hydraulics for the boom and everything would be my way I see it. Fuel filter.
This is fuel filter. This is just a separator?
Yeah, they're both fuel
But they're both, you have to change them both.
Yeah, change them both.
Would you change it? It's 200 hours.
Well, I would too. So that way you've got a
Fresh start on everything.
Fresh start, you know where everything's at.
Change the oil. There's a drain plug. Does it pass inspection?
Make sure you use the right hydraulic oil.
Okay.
Oh, I see the Christmas lights in y'all's future. Wow. You're gonna have the whole plant. You get your wheels turned. You got from now to after Thanksgiving to think through this.
Right.
You better start putting them up before then. There'll be so many of them. Yeah.
Well, we'll try to get it done so you can borrow it and do yours.
Yeah. And then you'll have experience.
Not on the filter.
Gravity takes over when the liquid, and see, this is the tank, and this is right at the very top of the tank, so it's higher than anything else, so you can't lose what's in the filter. To crack the cap, make sure there ain't no pressure on it. You got a cap right there at your hand. Just crack that filter cap before you go to take it off. Screw it off and stick another on it. That's what this gauge is for. If it's starting to stop up, if it's starting to get restricted, it'll show you
Pressure.
Well,
It's
red and green.
I like this little level bead on here. It tells you, you know.
You need one of them in there.
Well, your butt's your leveler in there.
But still, in case it don't tell me the truth, I want to know.
You have a backup.
Yeah. do it. The sky is the limit.
The sky, well, the genie is the limit.
I sure appreciate it. Hey,
I'll work it out of you one day. One of these days I'll need it for something.
listen, I've got a whole stack of lumber that I've already milled, you know, and this is good stuff. You can just load it on and take it with you, you know, if you, anytime.
Trying to clean up, are you?
Yeah. We got a little problem here at the apartment. I'm gonna try to take care of it quickly here this morning. Is we got bluebirds that come in and want to build nests. But what I'm gonna put on this thing is, I found this top hat somewhere, and I think it's small enough, the gaps are small enough to where to keep the birds out. So we're gonna see if we can get that changed out. That ain't going nowhere.
So why'd you get this anyway?
That's a really good question. Well, we got a bunch of trees that I want to get limbs cut off up. And then we got several roofs, and I'm just tired of ladders and getting to the age where I really don't probably need to be on ladders. So those are the two primary reasons. It's just going to, it's going to make life safer and easier for us around here. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I understand that. So is this gonna push the house project down the road?
Well, that's another reason we got it too, is, you know, when you're setting trusses, and it can be helpful there for one person setting trusses, but also when you go to do the gables, if we do gable roofs, which I think we're going to, when you go to put trim out the gables and putting your siding on the gable, for one person when you're doing it, instead of setting up scaffolds, I can set this unit out at the end of the gable. And I could be wrong, but I really believe it's going to save us. I'm not going to say it's going to save us money, but it's going to save me time.
Well, what was the final cha-ching then?
The final what?
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, what it costs?
Yeah.
Well, I think I can get my money back out of it. That's the main thing. I think it was a fair trade. We'll just see at the end. You know, I plan to, Lord willing, creek don't rise. You know, do a little dolling up on it. I may paint it, and may not sell it a couple of years down the road. May find that it's such a useful unit to have on the property to where I just keep it.
It's a lot of switches there.
You know, there's a lot of switches.
You know how
No,
to operate.
well, these are pretty legible, and that's the only one that really, you know, I didn't. This has to be on. This has to be out. When it's warm, this is the glow plug, and then this turns it on.
You know how to operate this thing?
Well, I've been up in several man lifts, and I think I'm pretty sure I've been on a Genie. And all of them are basically very similar. It really helps when the labels are clearly marked, and you can see what each button controls. But overall, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. it goes up. It can go straight up, I think 46 feet. The operating height is 36 feet, I think. And then of course it has its limitations. You know, it's pretty tight. I think the bushings might be wore a little bit in the boom, but I got a friend of mine, I got him coming over. He's gonna look at it and see if we can do anything, you know, if it, I mean, it's not bad. You're going up so high, they're all gonna have some play. I don't care what you do. But overall, I'm just very impressed. This is really tight. You know, it needs some tender loving care. It needs some cleaning out. But overall, from what I've seen so far, I'm very pleased. One thing I don't have an option on is I need a new battery. This one, January of 2017, so I'd say it's probably got a pretty good life out of it. But it won't do nothing. Probably put a little clean up on that as well while we're into it. I don't know that this is all it needs. You watch the battery. Well, that must have been all it needed. We'll let that warm up a little bit, and then we're going to change the oil. It's not been changed since May of 23. I'd say that's fine, but it probably could use a change. To start a machine like this, there's a glow plug, and this is the switch, or the starter switch. But this has to be out, the switch turned on, glow plug depressed, and then that fires it up. And to cut it off, I always have to push that button in or run the battery down. First thing I want to do is get it on flat ground. Just make life a little bit easier. That didn't need much persuading. I mean, you just don't know what you got until you service it. I'm not going to fill that all the way up, but I'm going to get a good bit in it. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'll talk about the little saw when I get a chance. That works pretty good. Not having to worry about cranking it up, running out of gas or whatever. It cut pretty good. It's got an Oregon bar on it and an Oregon chain. Yeah, I could go all the way up to that first limb probably. I didn't know where I was going to go to. All right, next project.